Hi, welcome. I'm Eric Linter with Starspeak for November 2015. During this first half of the month, things are moving quite smoothly along. The Sun in Scorpio is actually harmonizing with a trio of planets in Virgo. We have Venus, Jupiter, and Mars hanging out together. And for those of you who wake up early enough, these morning stars are visible, forming a little triangle in the eastern sky on the horizon just before sunrise. This is a really positive omen for Virgos in particular, but all the earth signs in general tend to benefit from this joining together, the stellium of three planets. Very powerful energy. In fact, on November the 1st, the moon in Cancer hooks up with these three, and the result is we have a day that feels energized. It's great to be feeling passionate about interests and expressing opinions and socializing, and just generally it's a busy day. It's All Saints Day, so I imagine the saints too will be busy. On Monday the 2nd, Mercury enters Scorpio, and perhaps more importantly, Venus will make an exact conjunction with Mars in Virgo. Again, this is good for romantics and any type of project or ambition we're trying to fulfill. Gives us a boost, a push to get things done. On Tuesday the 3rd, early in the morning, there's a last quarter moon in Leo, and so we can expect some morning stresses as we're on our way to work here on the East Coast. Later in the same week, we see the Sun forming a really powerful sextile with Pluto. There's a complementary energy between these two that supports making decisions, taking care of business, just resolving issues, negotiations, making appointments, deciding who's going to be responsible for what. Very good day for negotiating on Thursday the 5th, as well as planning your future. This trend continues, spills over right into Friday the 6th, as mental Mercury forms a trine to Neptune. Creative types will certainly feel inspired. Folks who are generous and giving will also be motivated to extend a helping hand. And this good energy just keeps rolling along. The weekend of the 7th and 8th, we have largely harmonizing, trends, with the moon making a series now in Virgo contacts with Mars and Venus and Jupiter on Friday and Saturday. On Sunday, the 8th, Venus slides into Libra, the sign she is said to rule, meaning there's a special affinity or connection between Venus and this sign. We're going to see a greater climate of sociability and friendliness with the evolving pace of fall. Things here in New England tend to slow down. And so taking time to appreciate friends is certainly encouraged when we see Venus in Libra. That same Sunday, though, the moon is at odds with both Uranus and Pluto. And so some kindness and consideration and extra awareness of people around us will be required. Some folks will easily be set off and get upset. This waning moon continues into the early part of the week. On Tuesday, the 10th, Mercury harmonizes with Pluto, the Sun with Jupiter. And again, these are really good alignments for making decisions, for making travel plans, negotiating. However, it's the last day before the new moon, and that comes on 11/11, Veterans Day, Wednesday, the 11th. It's a new moon at 19 degrees of the sign of Scorpio. And as many of you know, new moons initiate a new activity cycle. Typically, the energy is rather low as we approach the new moon. Even the day of the new moon is usually a fairly quiet affair. Mercury is close by the Sun and Moon conjunction, which is another way of saying it's a new moon. And I would encourage people to put your thinking caps on, get in touch with your heart, and make plans. Link up with people you want to work with or visit or otherwise be connected with. There's really good energy for taking advantage of other people's skill sets, talents, and knowledge. And Scorpio is, of course, one of the primary relationship signs. So cultivate solid working relationships around the time of this new moon. Mars arrives in Libra on Thursday the 12th, and this is the god of war in the sign of partnering, and hence we can see some potential for friction. Be tactful and diplomatic in the coming weeks. On Friday the 13th, which I in this case would say is in all probability going to be a quite satisfactory rather than unlucky Friday the 13th, we have harmony between Venus and Saturn. This is all about loyalty, acknowledging the people who have inspired and guided and in some cases protected us. Mercury is also in a sextile to Jupiter, so communications flow freely. Travel should also be smooth, and getting your message out there, words of appreciation, inspiration, let them go, let them fly. As we head into the weekend, quieter trends prevail. Most of Saturday there's a void of course moon, so I always tell people hold off on making major purchases and decisions, but do research, just relax if you can. And then on Sunday the 15th, the moon in Capricorn is fairly busy, moving gradually into a conjunction late in the day with Pluto. And this again can be a good occasion for making some long-range plans and new commitments. I'm going to leave off there. I'll be back with my next video covering the second half of November. I want to thank you for joining me today. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you want to contact me, you can send me an email at stars@ericalinter.com. You'll find my daily forecasts on the web at spiritofchange.org. Remember to keep looking up.